Dear tomorrow, dear tomorrow, I wonder if you still remember the girl who cried herself to sleep but smiled before she walked outside. The one who carried oceans behind mascara and lip gloss, who said I'm fine so many times she almost believed it herself. I hope you've forgiven me for every dream I buried too early, for every room I walked into already expecting to be overlooked. I was doing my best with a heart that had forgotten how to rest. If this letter ever finds you, tell me, was holding on with every tear. Dear tomorrow, if you're reading this, it means we made it. We survived the nights we thought would never end. Tell me, did the flowers bloom? Did peace finally find its way home? Did you learn to love your own reflection? Did your heart stop apologizing for taking up space? Tell me, was it worth believing one more sunrise would change everything? I hope you stopped calling yourself names that heaven never called you. I hope your mirror feels like an old friend now, instead of a courtroom where every flaw was put on trial. I hope you danced without wondering who was watching, laughed so hard you forgot what sadness sounded like. I hope you learned that healing isn't becoming someone new, it's remembering who you were before fear learned your name. If you're smiling now, smile once for me. I need to know this season wasn't forever. Dear tomorrow, if you're reading this, then hope kept its promise. The sun found us again, the prayers found their answers. The woman I almost gave up on found her way home. Tell me, did you finally believe you were enough before the world agreed? I wonder, do you still keep the little notebook where we wrote prayers instead of giving up? Do you still stop to watch sunsets like they're love letters written across the sky? Do you still thank God for ordinary mornings? Because once upon a time, just getting out of bed felt like climbing mountains. I hope success never made you forget the girl who prayed for peace long before she prayed for anything else. If I could send one thing with this letter, it wouldn't be advice, it would be courage. Enough courage to keep believing even when nothing changes overnight. Enough courage to choose hope without pretending you never heard. Enough courage to whisper, I'll try again tomorrow. Dear tomorrow, thank you for waiting for me, for not rushing me, for reminding me that broken things can bloom too. I know now the flowers were late, they were growing beneath the surface where nobody could see. And maybe so was I. If this letter never reaches you, I'll write another tomorrow and another, until one morning I wake up and realize I've become the woman who wrote me back. This morning I caught myself smiling, not because everything was perfect, but because for the first time in a long time, my heart didn't wake up afraid. The window was open, the curtains danced, the kettle sang its little song. And somehow the ordinary started feeling like answered prayers. I don't know exactly when it happened, but somewhere between surviving and surrendering, I started living again. Healing never asked me to become someone else. It only asked me to come home to myself. Maybe this is what becoming feels like. Not fireworks, not loud applause, just quiet mornings where peace finally knows my name. Maybe this is what growing looks like. Choosing joy without waiting for permission. Learning that every little step still counts, even when nobody else sees it. Oh, I've stopped arguing with the mirror now. She tells me stories about a woman who kept going. I've stopped calling delays failures. Some flowers need longer seasons, some prayers need deeper roots. I don't rush them anymore. I've learned that resting isn't quitting, it's trusting that tomorrow can wait until I've caught my breath. I'm still learning, still unlearning, still forgiving, still forgiving myself. Maybe this is what becoming feels like. The weight is lighter now, not because life changed overnight, but because I stopped carrying things that were never mine. Maybe this is what freedom sounds like. A laugh without guilt, a dream without fear, a woman finally believing she belongs in every room God opens. I don't chase people who make me question my worth. I don't argue with voices that only speak in fear. I choose the table where love knows my name. I choose the conversations that water my soul. I choose to protect the peace I prayed for, because peace was expensive. It cost me versions of myself I had to leave behind. Maybe this is what becoming feels like. Looking back without wanting to live there, looking ahead without being afraid to dream again. I still have questions, I still have scars. Beneath it gets the final word. Love does, grace does, hope does. And every morning I become a little more like the woman I wrote about in that letter to tomorrow. Some people will meet the version of me that survived. Others will meet the version of me that healed, but only I will ever know how hard she fought to become her. And somehow I think she'd be proud. Mm-hmm. I met her this morning, standing quietly in the mirror. She looked familiar, not because she hadn't changed, but because she finally looked like peace. Her eyes no longer searched for permission to shine. Her smile didn't ask if it was enough, it simply was. I almost didn't recognize her, then I realized she had been here all along, waiting for me to believe her. She isn't perfect, she still has questions, she still has scars, but she wears them now like pages instead of prisons. She arrived, not with fireworks, not with applause, not because the world finally noticed her. She arrived the moment she stopped abandoning herself, the moment she believed she was worthy before proving anything. She arrived when peace became louder than pressure, when joy stopped needing a reason. She arrived, she arrived. Hey, she laughs differently now, not because life became easier, because she no longer carries yesterday into every tomorrow. She leaves rooms that shrink her, she keeps people who water her soul. She speaks kindly to the little girl still living inside her heart, the one who thought she had to earn love. Now she reminds her every day I belong. She stopped calling survival living and finally started dancing without waiting for the music to change. She arrived in ordinary mornings, fresh coffee, open windows, unhurried prayers. She arrived and saying no, without guilt and resting, without apology and choosing herself without shame. She arrived, not all at once, but gently like sunrise, finding every corner of the room. Oh, she still cries sometimes, healing didn't erase her humanity. Some days the memories still knock, but they no longer own the house now. Hope answers the door, she thanks God for ordinary days, because once peace was all she ever prayed for. Now she lives inside it. She forgave the woman who didn't know better. She embraced the woman who refused to give up. She honored every version that carried her here. The frightened one, the lonely one, the grieving one, the hopeful one. Every one of them deserved love, because every one of them was becoming her. She arrived not because she found a perfect life, but because she stopped believing she needed one. She arrived with open hands, a quiet heart, a fearless smile and dreams she no longer apologizes for. She arrived, the woman who once wrote letters to tomorrow became the woman who now writes letters to others saying, hold on, keep believing. Your flowers are growing too. If you ever meet her, you might think she was always this strong. You'll never see the night she almost gave up, the prayer she whispered through tears, the mornings she chose to begin again. But she knows, God knows, and that's enough, because she didn't become someone new. She simply became the woman God saw before fear ever learned her name. She arrived. I used to fold my dreams like dresses in the back of my wardrobe, saving them for a version of me I thought I'd meet someday. I kept saying, when life gets better, when the timing is right, when I finally become the woman everyone will celebrate. Until one ordinary morning, God whispered, what if today isn't something to survive? What if today is something to live? How many sunsets did I miss looking for tomorrow? How many blessings walked beside me while I kept saying, not yet? So I stopped waiting for permission to be happy. Stop saving laughter for perfect days. Stop believing joy belonged to some future version of me. I started dancing in unfinished seasons, started singing before the miracle arrived. Turns out life wasn't waiting for me, it was happening all along. I bought the flowers, lit the candle, played my favorite song on a Tuesday afternoon. I wore the dress I was saving for a special occasion, then laughed because breathing is a special occasion. I opened every window, let the sunlight walk across my floor, and somehow the room looked different, not because it had changed, because I had. The woman in the window. Every morning she meets me there. The woman in the window, coffee in her hands, quiet in her eyes, watching the world wake before she does. She doesn't rush, she doesn't hide, she just stands there, bathed in the morning light. Sometimes I wonder if she's waiting for me, or if I've been keeping her waiting for years. I mistook survival for living, I mistook silence for peace, I mistook loneliness for independence. But she kept looking back as if she knew something I didn't. The woman in the window, she smiles differently now, like she's made peace with every version she used to hide. The woman in the window, she doesn't ask if she's enough, she already knows. And somehow when I look at her, I begin to believe it too. She taught me that healing doesn't always arrive with loud celebrations. Sometimes It sounds like birds outside the window, fresh sheets, a warm cup of tea, an unanswered phone, a quiet house, a heart that no longer needs permission to rest. She showed me that joy can live inside ordinary mornings. Maybe she wasn't changing, maybe I was finally seeing her clearly. The woman in the window, she's not afraid of her reflection anymore. She wears grace like morning sunlight, soft, gentle, certain. The woman in the window, she stopped waiting for someone else to tell her she belongs. She simply walked inside and made herself at home. Someday she still cries, but tears no longer scare her. She knows flowers need rain too. She still remembers the nights she almost disappeared. That's why she kisses every sunrise like it's a second chance. People ask what changed. She smiles because the answer would take a lifetime to explain. I used to think she was someone I had to become. Now I know she was inside me, waiting patiently for the fear to move aside, for the shame to loosen its grip, for love to speak louder than doubt. Imperfection was quietly waiting behind my own eyes. The woman in the window finally opened the door, and I realized I was already home. Tomorrow morning she'll be there again, coffee in her hand, sunlight on her face, not reminding me of who I need to become, but reminding me of who I've always been. And this time, when she smiles, I'll smile back, because I know her name, she is me. Sunday afternoon, the kettle starts singing before the birds do. Morning slips gently through half-open curtains. Dust dances in golden light like heaven. Stop by for coffee. The radio's playing an old familiar song. I don't even realize I'm humming along. The Bible's still open from where I left it last night, and somehow everything feels right. No rushing, no racing, no trying to outrun tomorrow. Today I'm exactly where I need to be. Nothing special happened today, and maybe that's the miracle. No mountain moved, no headline change, no fireworks filled the sky, but peace finally became ordinary. And I've never been so grateful perfect time. I dance with them up like nobody's watching. The windows are open, fresh air walks through every room. The plants look greener somehow. My phone hasn't moved in over an hour. The silence doesn't frighten me anymore. It feels like home. Years ago I prayed for a day exactly like this. I just didn't know it would arrive so quietly. Nothing special happened today, and maybe that's the miracle. The dishes got washed, the coffee went cold. I laughed at something I can't even remember, but peace finally became ordinary, and I wouldn't trade this afternoon for anything. I sit by the window, the neighborhood moves at its own pace. Children laughing, someone cutting grass, a couple walking hand in hand. The world hasn't stopped, I've simply stopped trying to carry it. Once I prayed for God to change my life today. I thank Him for teaching me how to enjoy it. Healing didn't always look like breakthrough. Sometimes it looked like buying fresh flowers, calling my mom, reading one more chapter, taking a walk, lighting a candle, cooking dinner without feeling hurried, laughing with my whole heart. Healing didn't arrive with applause, it arrived like peace, pulling up a chair and quietly saying, "You can rest now." The sun keeps shining, the coffee needs warming, the music still plays, the dishes can't wait. This moment is enough, busy life is enough. I am enough. Nothing special happened today, and maybe that's the miracle. No tears to hide, no fear to fight, no pretending everything's alright, because everything simply is. The prayers didn't always become the life I imagined. They became something gentler, something slower, something deeper. An ordinary Sunday afternoon, where joy didn't need a reason, where peace didn't need an announcement, where love quietly lived in every little thing. Tomorrow, Monday will come, emails, meetings, traffic, life, but this Sunday will stay with me, because once upon a time I thought healing would sound like thunder. Turns out it sounds like washing dishes while singing to yourself, and not even realizing you're smiling. Things I don't carry anymore. I don't carry conversations that ended years ago. I don't replay the words that were never mine to keep. I don't carry every goodbye like proof I wasn't enough. Some people were only chapters, not the whole story. And I finally learned the difference. I used to mistake heavy for important. Now I know peace travels light. Look how light my hands have become. I finally put down everything that wasn't mine. The weight, the shame, the guilt, the fear, I laid it all at the feet of tomorrow. Now I walk with open hands. Look how light my soul has become. I don't carry people who never carried me. I stopped begging for seats at tables where love was always conditional. I stopped explaining my worth to people who had already decided not to see it. Some doors closed not to punish me, but to protect me. Every goodbye made room for someone who knew how to stay. Look how light my hands have become. I finally put down everything that wasn't mine. Every expectation, every comparison, every voice that tried to rename me. Now my heart has room to breathe. Look how free love feels. I don't carry versions of myself built only to survive. The woman who smiled while breaking, the woman who apologized for existing, the woman who believed rest had to be earned. I honor her, but I don't live there anymore. She carried me as far as she could. Now I carry hope, healing. Didn't ask me to forget her, only to stop living as though she was still the only version of me. Look how light my hands have become. I finally put down everything that wasn't mine. The mess, the pressure, the pretending, the need to be everything for everyone. I finally chose to be present, to be peaceful, to simply be. I don't carry the need to have every answer. Tomorrow's worries into today's joy. I don't carry the belief that slowing down means falling behind. I don't carry the fear of disappointing everyone else if it means being true to myself. I don't carry every burden because some burdens were never mine to begin with. I put down the shame, I put down the guilt, I put down the comparison, I put down the fear, I put down the pressure, the woman who thought she had to carry the whole world. Look how light my hands have become. Nothing to prove, nothing to change, nothing to hide, just grace. Look how light my heart has become. I found freedom the day I stopped collecting things God never asked me to carry. Now every step feels lighter, every breath feels deeper, every sunrise feels brighter, because I finally understand peace isn't something I found, it's what was waiting underneath everything I finally put down. There are still mountains, still questions, still ordinary days, but I don't climb them carrying yesterday. I travel differently now with open hands, a steady heart, and enough room to receive everything, everything life has been trying to give me, because the strongest thing I ever did wasn't holding on, it was learning what to let go of. They ask me what happened to you. You seem lighter, you smile more, you don't seem to worry like you used to. I smile because the answer would take longer than the question. How do you explain the slow work of grace? How do you describe the prayers nobody heard except God? It wasn't overnight, it wasn't one moment, it was 1,000 small yeses, 1,000 mornings, choosing hope over fear. She laughs different now, like she isn't trying to convince anybody. She laughs like she's home, like her heart has finally learned it doesn't have to perform to be loved. She laughs, and somehow everyone else feels lighter too. She no longer walks into rooms wondering if she's enough. She walks in knowing she belongs where God has placed her. She listens more, rushes less. She no longer mistakes being busy for being valuable. She's discovered that peace has its own rhythm, and she's finally learned how to dance to it. The woman who always needed reassurance still exists, she just doesn't lead anymore. She laughs different now, not louder, just freer, like joy finally found his favorite place to live. She laughs without apology, without permission, without fear that happiness will disappear tomorrow. She laughs like she's home. She still has difficult days, still cries sometimes, still asks God questions without easy answers. But now she knows storms don't last forever. She knows peace isn't the absence of trouble, it's the presence of God in the middle of it. So even on cloudy mornings, hope finds her. Healing didn't change her laugh, healing changed the reason behind it. It untied the knots she carried in her chest, it quieted the voices that told her she'd never be enough. It reminded her she was never meant to earn what God had already given free. She stopped chasing approval, she stopped explaining herself. She stopped waiting for life to begin. She simply started living. She laughs different now, like every prayer she whispered found its way into her smile. She laughs like shame forgot her address, like fear lost its voice, like yesterday no longer gets the final word. She laughs, she laughs, she laughs, taught her how she laughs, because peace stayed. She laughs because love finally convinced her she was enough all along. She laughs like she's home. People still ask, "You've changed." I smile and gently say, "No, I've healed." Not because life became easier, but because God taught me how to carry a lighter heart. And now, when I laugh, it sounds like freedom, it sounds like gratitude, it sounds like the woman I was always becoming. Dear younger me, dear younger me, I still remember the way you tried to make yourself smaller. You thought if you stayed quiet enough, worked hard enough, loved people enough, they might finally choose you. You carried the weight of rooms you didn't create. You apologized for things that were never your fault, and no one noticed how tired you were. If I could, I'd sit beside you, not to change your story, just to make sure you never had to carry it alone. Dear younger me, you were never difficult, you were overwhelmed, you were never weak, you were surviving, you were never too much, you were simply asking for the love every heart deserves. If I could, I'd hold your hand a little longer, because you deserve gentleness too. I know why you smiled when your heart was breaking. You thought being strong meant never letting anyone see the cracks, so you became everything for everybody and quietly forgot how to be you. I wish someone had noticed the child behind the brave face. You didn't need fixing, you needed rest, you needed safety, you needed someone to tell you you could breathe. Dear younger me, you were never dramatic, you were carrying more than your shoulders were ever meant to hold. You were never unlovable, you were learning to survive without the tenderness you needed. And somehow, even then, God never stopped walking beside you. I won't tell you everything will make sense, some things still don't. I won't tell you you'll never cry again, because you will, and that's alright. But one day you'll wake up and realize your first thought isn't fear. You'll laugh without checking who's listening. You'll rest without guilt. You'll discover that peace can feel like home. I used to wonder why God didn't rescue us sooner. Now I see He never left the room, He was there in every tear. No one wiped away in every prayer that felt too heavy to finish. In every sunrise you barely noticed, holding together the pieces you thought had fallen too far to find. If I could, I'd brush the tears from your face. I'd tell you to stop apologizing for taking up space. I'd tell you that healing will come quietly. One ordinary day you'll smile and realize you finally believe you're worthy of the love you spent your whole life for not giving up. Because of you, I get to stand here with open hands, a peaceful heart, and a life you once only dreamed about. Sometimes I still think about you. The little girl who believed she had to earn love. I wish I could go back and tell her just one thing: not be stronger, try harder. Only this: you have always been worthy. You have always been deeply loved, and you always will be. Thank you, God, for Tuesday. Tuesday arrived without an announcement, no celebration, no answered prayer. Wrapped in a ribbon, just morning light falling across the kitchen floor. The kettle singing, the smell of fresh coffee, the quiet sound of another ordinary day. Years ago, I would have called this uneventful. Today, I call it grace. I spent so long looking for miracles in extraordinary places. Then you showed me how holy an ordinary morning could become. Thank you for ordinary mornings, for unanswered prayers that taught me patience. For the woman looking back from the mirror, she still isn't perfect, but she finally believes she's loved. Thank you for slow healing, for quiet joy, for teaching my heart that peace doesn't have to shout to be real. Thank you for the prayers you answered differently, for every closed door that quietly protected me, for friendships that changed, for seasons that ended, for dreams that grew while I thought nothing was happening. You were always working, even when I couldn't see a single thing. Now I know waiting was never empty. It was the place where trust learned to breathe. Thank you for ordinary mornings, for unanswered prayers that taught me patience, for laughter that came back without me forcing it, for peace that found me on an ordinary Tuesday. Not because everything changed, because I did. There are still questions, still mountains, still tears from time to time, but fear no longer lives here. Hope pulls up a chair at my table. Joy leaves its shoes by the front door, and peace knows the way home. Sometimes I catch myself smiling for no reason, then I remember this is the life I prayed for. I was just expecting it to arrive looking different. Thank you for carrying me when I thought I was carrying myself, for collecting every tear before it touched the ground, for staying when I questioned, for loving me before I knew how to love myself, for never rushing the work only you could do. Every chapter, every delay, every heartbreak, every quiet victory, you were writing a story I couldn't yet read. For Fridays, and no longer carry all my hope for Saturdays filled with laughter, for Sundays filled with rest. Thank you for teaching me laughs like she's home. She greets tomorrow without fear. And she has finally learned that being deeply loved was never something she had to earn. Thank you for Tuesday, because the miracle was never the breakthrough. The miracle was becoming the kind of woman who could recognize your goodness on an ordinary day. Tomorrow will bring its own joys, its own questions, its own surprises. But tonight, I close this chapter with grateful hands, not because everything happened the way I planned, but because through every page, every prayer, every sunrise, you were there. And if someone asks me where healing began, I'll smile and tell them it wasn't on the best day of my life. It was on an ordinary Tuesday, when I finally realized your presence was the miracle I'd been searching for all along. Dear tomorrow, thank you for waiting. I'm finally here, and for the first time, I'm not trying to become someone else. I'm simply learning to be the one God has been lovingly shaping all along. And that is more